Well, we hope you enjoyed the training that you just took part in. But we want you to remember that this is not the completion of your training. This is only the beginning. Some people think that once they take some sort of a CCW course, they now have all the skills they need to go out and handle themselves in the world of self-defense. Well, it's simply not true. Remember, there's a lot that goes into self-defense. Firearms are a last resort. Self-defense starts with complete awareness of your surroundings. It starts with having other tools to defend yourself. If you think this CCW training is all the training you need with a firearm to be proficient with it, we'd like you to consider the following. Typical police officers have to go through 80 to 120 hours of firearms training. That doesn't include all of the legalities they have to learn on use of force, deadly force, self-defense, that kind of thing. It's just the firearms portion of the training that they spend 80 to 120 hours on. So think about how little time in relation you've spent on training with your firearm in this course, or in any CCW course. And remember, in this course, we also have to cover things that deal with the laws, the after effects of using deadly force, and those types of things. So really, your firearms training was very minimal. So please, get more training. It's vital to your success with a firearm. Additionally, we'd like you to consider the Navy SEALs. Who would doubt that the Navy SEALs are proficient with firearms? In fact, when they apply to become Navy SEALs to go through the program, they have to already be proficient with firearms. But guess what? They have to spend 40 hours of dry fire training before they're ever allowed to fire a live round. Now consider, that's after they are already proficient with firearms. They have to go through 40 hours of dry fire training before they get to fire one live round. So please give careful consideration to getting additional training with carrying your firearm. Something else we would like to caution you on is something that's becoming an increasing problem, especially in the state of California. And that is that people are taking their backpacks or whatever to the range. They're grabbing their little backpack, running down to the range, shooting with it, and they come home and they take their firearms out, and they then go ahead and reload that backpack for a quick jump on an airplane, maybe a quick business trip or a quick getaway for the weekend, and they take that backpack with them and they sling it on over their shoulder and head off to the airport. They get to the airport, they go through the metal detector, and guess what happens? Some kind of a casing winds up in there, or maybe even a live round. And when that happens, guess what's happening? It varies by county, but at a minimum, people are getting citations issued to them on the spot. They get pulled out of the line, they get issued a citation on the spot, at a minimum. At a worst case scenario, and this is actually what happens more of the time, people are getting pulled out and detained and prosecuted. So obviously this is something that is not something to be taken lightly. So what we strongly suggest to you is to have your backpack for travel, but get yourself some separate backpack or little go bag that you can use for taking to the range. These are nice too because you can keep your eye and ear protection and everything all right inside here, and it's a great way to tote your firearms, ammunition, and then you can just take it and toss it in your safe when you're done. But we don't want to see you get caught up in any legal troubles because of an innocent mistake. So please consider carrying a separate backpack or bag to the range only, and don't use it for any other purposes. We thank you again for training with Safe Insight, and we hope to see you again soon for additional training. We hope you stay aware so that you can plan, prepare, and protect you and your loved ones.